maybe I'll just say Hawaii.
Now you're live.
Say both.
Hi! This is Allison Jorlin on another haunted road trip. I'm here with Robert Lopaka Kapanui. He is from Mysteries of Hawaii, and the reason I'm here for Hawaii Paracon. You can find more information about the next Hawaii Paracon at hawaiiparacon.com. And we're talking today about a Mothman sighting in Hawaii.
A possible Mothman sighting.
Right.
So the story is 2004. There is a couple that's parked here in the parking lot not too far from where Alice and I are standing. The couple is
Studying? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you do on late
right.
nights sometimes
Out
before
in
a
the dark,
test.
right?
So a little bit of cramming going on, perhaps?
Right. A little bit of geometry.
Okay.
All right. And
Tell Eric yes we're in Oahu.
yes.
Yes.
And so the story goes, in the middle of their fastidious heated something lands on the hood of the car and startles the couple so bad that they have to jump out of the car. They're running around screaming. And they say that something huge with a big wingspan, sort of looks humanoid, just shoots up into the air, just hovers for a second, and takes off that way toward Diamond Head.
Wow, Diamond Head is right there. That's the extinct volcano here on the island of Oahu.
And apparently it leaves these huge gouged claw marks on the hood of a car. And so you know it's not a 2005 car, it's an old Chevy. You know how they were sturdy, made back then. And so that's part of the police report that came to me from a friend of mine who I'm still trying to track down and get a hold of that police report to verify the report, the story, because you know that's what you need
Right.
to make it tangible.
Absolutely.
And we have a legend of a winged creature in Hawaii, and I've been trying to research the correct pronunciation of the name. I'm not sure if it's Pauhulu or Kahulu, but it's in a lot of our legends. I think you might come across it in the book I gave you, the legends written by King David Claw.
Okay, great. I'm going to look for that.
And so there's some background to it, some cultural background. So it wasn't something that surfaced in the last 10, 15 years like Slender Man.
Right. So if there's some history
Absolutely.
of stories of flying creatures. Now the traditional creature, was it a flying humanoid, or is it more like a pterodactyl or a large bird?
They said it was a large bird with different colored feathers, and it guarded a certain valley. I forget which one, but the fact is, if you couldn't do things a certain way, the bird would consume you without a problem. And I believe there's a story like that in the legends of our demigod Maui as well. So apparently this winged creature has returned in the last 25 years. The other sighting was at a place called Pu'iki Cemetery, all the way on the North Shore. The cemetery, when we became a state, was never registered, so the state considers that place doesn't exist, even though it's there. So people have said they go through the cemetery late at night, and they've not only seen what we call akualele, orbs of green fire passing over the cemetery, but they've seen the shadow of winged humanoid-looking creatures slowly hovering over this cemetery, heading toward the ocean.
And let me just point out, for you guys playing at home, if you watched my video from Kent, England, you might notice some similarities there, because when we went to Kent, we went to the area that in 1963 there was a Mothman type sighting, and that was actually in John Keel's book, The Mothman Prophecies, as well as the more commonly known West Virginia stories from 1966 to 1967. But the commonality here is in the story of the fireball, seeing orbs of light fly over, and then the kids, who were the witnesses, noticed this creature come out of the woods, and it was a Mothman-shaped creature, except it did have webbed feet. That's the only difference there, the way it departed from the typical sightings. But it was, about 6 feet tall and had large wings, and it was very dark in color, but then it had the webbed feet. But it's interesting that there's some similarities to that cemetery story. And when has that been reported?
That was reported 2009.
2009.
Cemetery story.
Okay.
And those were some people who were actually in the cemetery as a group doing I don't know what, but they were the first ones to contact me, I think about an hour after it happened. So there's something to it. There's some sort of content that makes it viable, because in the last 5 years, reports of people having luau's, picnics at the beach or somewhere up in the park, just a random video of the family talking and having fun, and you see a huge shadow just sort of shoot by behind them.
Oh, I gotta get a link to that.
Right, and so something like that was online either last night or a couple of nights ago. So
Okay.
I gotta go look for it.
Yeah, that would be great if we could link it in the comments. Yeah, so I don't know, did we talk at all about this mountain that we're on and the history of it?
So for you guys out there who are watching this,
Which includes Kim. You gotta say a special hello to Kim. Wish her well.
Hey Kim, we love you. We'll be back soon to watch more Strange Angel.
Hope you're feeling well. Sorry.
hi Kim. The name of the hill we're standing on, the mountain, its Hawaiian name is called U'u'alaka'a. It used to be a bunch of sweet potatoes on the side of this mountainous hill. And instead of picking it up, putting it in bags, and hiking it down the hill, the Hawaiians would just pick it and roll it down the hill. So thus, the name is the Hill of the Rolling Sweet Potato.
And what's the other name for it?
Tantalus.
Tantalus.
And so across over there is supposed to be Mount Olympus.
Oh, really? That one right there?
That one.
And then there's Diamond Head in the distance. And so, the sighting here actually occurred in the parking lot.
In the parking lot. Yeah. The parking lot.
Right, absolutely. Okay, which is not far off from where we are right now, but we just thought this would be a little bit more scenic and give you an idea of a place where a Mothman might be sighted, because it's high up. It's easy flying here between the mountains, I would think. So perhaps good habitat, unlike some of the places in Chicagoland where I've been that are heavily trafficked 24/7, and you wonder where such a huge creature would go. Here, there's places. And are we on the windward side right now, or are we getting close to it?
We are on the leeward side of the island.
We're
just,
still on the leeward side. Okay.
Just over the mountain there is the windward side.
Okay.
You know, it sort of makes sense with what you're saying about the Mothman sightings, because with the constant filming of all the Jurassic Park movies in Hawaii, maybe that sort of like reignited the existence of a winged creature. We know
Tulpa-wise, maybe.
Right. You know, I never thought of that.
Yeah, that seeing like a pterosaur type creature, you know, is in people's minds
Right.
if they've seen the Jurassic Park movies. And you know, when they're filmed in Hawaii, of course, you know, Hawaiian people are going to see those movies, and you know, they'll be, unlike me, who go back home to Wisconsin, you know, they'll be driving through these valleys and looking at the mountains, and maybe that'll trigger something. And a tulpa, as many of you know, is a thought form, so maybe that's what brought it back. And it's interesting that there are cultural foundations for it.
You know, that makes sense, because with our culture we have a tendency to do that, you know, anthropomorphic things, viewing things into objects. So that could be it, a mass thought form reappearing because of the Jurassic movies. But this is just me talking. Tell me when to shut up.
Oh, no. I never want you to shut up. I want you to just keep going on and on.
The other thing is, right behind us over here beyond this shack is where a night marcher procession
Ooh.
apparently comes down this side of the mountain and then goes back there to the Manoa Chinese cemetery, and then goes over this ridge here and stops at that one over, and suddenly disappears and mysteriously reappears again in Waikiki. So I believe there's some sort of underground lava tube that the night marchers take, which allows them to resurface specifically on the grounds of the Royal Hawaiian Hotel, and then they head toward Diamond Head.
Very cool. And any other spiritual aspects of this mountain or strange things that have been seen here?
Well, last October we had a massive ghost storytelling ghost tour that started at the Macadamia Nut Plantation. We all walked up here. The bathroom on the lower part of the parking lot, we all passed it, and we heard a woman crying inside. And the entire group rushed in there to see who it was, and there's nobody in either bathroom. way, and we hear it again. And so a friend of mine who was on the tour says, you know, don't forget, this is the place where certain people were murdered and their bodies were found.
Oh, that's right. You were telling us as we drove up here that it's a beautiful place, but there could be some bodies just off the path.
Yeah.
And wasn't that a mafia hit type thing, or?
We had an alleged serial killer in 1985 who murdered about 5 women within a 2-3 month span. One of them happened to be a young local girl who they think was kidnapped from work, but her body was found near this location. And I don't mention her name because her family members are still alive.
Sure,
so I want
absolutely.
to be respectful.
Yes,
Yeah.
please. I wonder if anybody who is watching has any questions for Lopaka.
Once again, we're in Oahu. That is Honolulu down there. Way off in the distance you can see, oops, my thumb. But you can also see an airstrip right about there. What airstrip is that, Lopaka?
That's the Honolulu International Airport. I'm supposed to call it the Daniel K. Inouye Honolulu International Airport, but that's just too many consonants.
Well, thank you guys for watching. We will be uploading this video to YouTube very soon to www.youtube.com/Mothman. Thanks for watching, and we'll get you some more haunted road trips just as soon as we can.
Aloha.